Don't fall.
Hello Fit Nation! Once again, this is Dr. Mike, and as always, mad scientist, Jim Goetz. Sorry I took your
The Fit
intro.
Nation, that's a new one.
Fit Nation?
I
Should
was
we
still
take
going
it back?
I was still going with Functionised.
Functionates,
Mm-hmm.
Functioneers. You guys have any new ones? By the way, we have guests.
We're going to let them go through all the different names of his followers for the next half hour and then call it a day. But
Yes, we've got today with us Bethany and Joey with 9-round Colts Neck. Welcome.
oh, glad to be here.
Thank you for being with us today. So we were in town and looking for some fun things to do, and started strolling to storefronts. And Mike over here found his way into 9-round.
Yeah, I mean, the show kickboxing does tend to attract me a little bit. So yeah, just walked in and we met these wonderful people and brought them on the show to talk a little bit about kickboxing, high-intensity interval training, and everything in between.
After, of course, we got our butts whipped for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that was part of it as well.
Worth it.
Yes.
We'll
That was
definitely
fun.
talk a lot more about that. Obviously, we got to experience the workout, and I mean, as I said, we were crawling out as a happy, sweaty mess. It was a
That's what we like
blast.
to hear. That's what we like to hear.
Fabulous.
But let's just jump right into it. Let's throw you guys on the spot. So you guys are in here, started the 9-round here in Colts Neck. Can you just give me a little idea of like, how'd you guys end up, what brought you into deciding to open up this kind of gym?
Well, 9-round is a franchise, has over 700 locations worldwide, and we were living in Florida, and decided to check out the 9-round location that was just around the corner from our house. Shout out to 9-round Ocoee. And went in, loved it, which I was super surprised about because I hate the gym. I find every excuse in the book to skip working out, and this workout completely changed that. And so we were there for 2 years down in Florida, and then looking to make a change, get out of the corporate world, and decided to move up here. The accent doesn't really back it up, but I grew up
I put South
in New
Jersey.
Jersey. Yeah, I get South Jersey. No, I actually grew up in the area, and my parents are here, so we decided to move back up to the Northeast. I'm not really a Florida girl. I like my seasons.
Hotter and hottest, right?
Give me fall, give me, I'm going to sound very basic here, but fall and pumpkin spice, that is what I need. So yeah, made the move 2 years ago, and yeah, I did a crazy thing, opened a gym, and have been having fun since. So
That makes all the sense in the world. I gotta go somewhere new and let's just open up a gym.
yeah, why not? Do
What am I doing
everything
today?
at once. Yeah, just do everything
Woke
at
up,
once.
ate breakfast,
Yeah.
the next thing.
Yeah.
So something we learned very quickly is it wasn't your standard like kickboxing gym. There's actually a lot of cool things about it, but instead of me going ranting on and on about, well, you guys, tell us, what brings you guys out a little differently from your standard high-intensity interval gym or a kickboxing gym?
You know, one of the things that drew us to, going back to Bethany's story of becoming members at one before we decided to open one, was the no class times. The way it's set up, and some people might remember like the old Curves model. Now, Curves was a gym specifically for women, but it was the same where you could come in and at your leisure, and whenever is convenient for you, and not have to worry about signing up for a class. Because when we were both working, you're running 5-10 minutes late for work, and you don't make it on time, you miss the class, get charged for the class. This wasn't conducive to our lifestyle. So the fact that you can show up whenever the operating hours are available and get in a full workout was very attractive to us. And also another main point is, there's a few, but the trainers are included in every workout. Now it was not a personal training type of scenario where one person is with you the whole time, but they're working the floor, and once you move to the next round, they're always there to show you the exercises. So it takes a lot of the intimidation away. the large majority of our membership is female. And we find that females, especially not just kickboxing, but gyms in general, they tend to get a little more intimidated by some of the workouts. And having that trainer always present to show him the exercises and take the intimidation out of the kickboxing, the punching and the kicking aspect, I think is really important. As well as the workouts changing every day.
That's a huge part of it.
So you're not just going there, not, well, 1 week I know I'm going to do the same thing every day. We do start on round 1 jump rope every day because we were switching it up, but jump rope is just such a great way to start a workout. Gets you loosened up, gets the heart rate going, that we do jump rope every day. But everything after...
Much to our members' chagrin. Our members hate jump rope.
Most have grown to love it, but some still are holding out.
That is true, yes.
But it's just that it changes every day, so you're never bored. There's always something new. Now, granted, we have the same basic, 4 to 5 different types of punches or 4 to 5 different types of kicks that you're going to do regularly. And those are good because it gives you a chance to work on the foundations and work on your form. But we do mix them up in different combinations, and you don't do every type of punch or every type of kick every day.
I wish Chantea was here because she's like the biggest testimonial for you guys. And I love it because it's her show. I mean, her name is all over the podcast and everything, so irony here. I know, like, last night was a prime example. I'm here late. She still needs to get her, she got her lift in for the day. She needed to get her cardio in for the day, and she intentionally joined 9 round after experiencing it because it was something different. To mix up the monotony of Stairmaster, and there's no set time that she could actually be there. Kids run around, so she just loved the fact I could get there at 6:14 p.m. and just step right in. She said it was, so motivation to go through and just let you know her face was as the color of your shirt. And she was shaking, so her central nervous system was totally stimulated.
Fabulous.
And for the first time in a long time, she's actually saying, I am actually sore in ways I haven't been sore before.
Awesome.
And she's done, I've had her doing CrossFit workouts, she's doing handstand push-ups, stuff that's absolutely no one's going to do. It's taking the bodybuilding world quite scientific differently. And for her to say now that she's so sore, and she's having to get massages and all this other therapy now, good job, guys. And she's happy, even better.
Fabulous.
So,
That's fantastic. And to back up one part of it and how we accomplish the no class times is the basic layout of 9 round. I kind of glossed over the basic layout, but it's 9 rounds, hence the witty title. And the rounds are 3 minutes each. So we say a new class starts every 3 minutes. So whenever you come, you jump into the rotation. We have a bell in the back. There's not a countdown timer because if we had one,
that part.
all anybody would be doing would be looking at the countdown timer. But we have a 30-second warning that lets you know there's only 30 seconds left in your round. The bell rings. We do like an active rest in between rounds. The trainer will call it out, and then you move on to your next round. So you're constantly moving. You're only at each round for 3 minutes. So not only does every workout change, each round, each day changes, but you're only there for 3 minutes. So you can really, and we'll get to the high intensity interval part of it in a minute, but that's a big part of it. You have 3 minute increments where you can really push yourself on that particular exercise.
Yeah, and then you get a nice little active rest doing burpees for a minute.
That was a clever idea to do that between station 8 and 9 last week. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
For people listening audio only, putting air quotes around rest. Active rest, yes.
You just threw 100 roundhouses and up kicks, now do burpees. Thank you guys. And your trainer was honest about it too. I mean, there was no hesitation. She came straight out to, get to it. Okay.
She's good.
So obviously we had the kickboxing rounds, we had some of the different stuff like the jump rope, and you guys were also very good with variants for people, like someone who couldn't jump. But I don't know what you call them, but the little jump rope.
The air ropes.
Air ropes are great. Air ropes are great for people who have not. When I was first started up at 9 round, I had not jumped rope since I was 5 years old, and so. I got on the jump rope and I was kind of tripping on myself and getting a little discouraged. But we had these air ropes which have just a very, very small amount of weight, and you swing them, but there's no rope between them, so you just have one in each hand.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of got my rhythm back for jump rope. I did those for a couple weeks, and just kind of got the wrist rhythm back, and then started on jump rope, tripping some more, and now I got it to, when we had to do our certification for 9 round, we had to do 10 minutes straight of jump rope.
Okay.
And so it worked my way up from not being able to use a rope to doing 10 minutes straight. So it's all about pushing yourself and just getting better.
They really make you want it.
yeah.
You're going to franchise, you're going to prove yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was like one of 3. You go down there for your certification training, and they do call it a training camp. And I joke that I should have taken before and after pictures, because you get up in the morning and you do a 9 round workout, and you actually do a double, because you do a 9 round workout in the hotel that they have down in Greenville in South Carolina, and then after your half hour you do half hour of pad work, whether you're holding or punching. You do half an hour, because 1 round in every workout is a freestyle round where you do one-on-one pad work with it. It's my favorite round, one-on-one pad work with a trainer. So they teach you those skills, but by the end of it you've just done an hour, high intensity workout, absolutely dripping, and then you go to class for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
And then after lunch, you go and work a shift at a real live 9 round gym with actual members, where you do another workout and then work the rest of the shift. Craziness, absolute, like 4 days of absolute craziness. But the strength test they make you do is the 10 minutes of jump rope, and then 50 push-ups in 2 minutes, like full range push-ups in 2 minutes, and 50 sit-ups in 2 minutes. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice little warm up.
Exactly, right? Exactly. And then the rest of the day. So, yeah, but it's good.
Definitely get your heart rate up a little bit and sweat.
Yeah.
Which brings me to this giant monitor I saw when I first walked into your guys' gym.
Oh,
See the
yeah.
huge monitor up there with a bunch of colors and numbers. And I'm sure you guys can explain a little bit more articulate than I can. So I know you know what I'm talking about at this point. I think you guys call it the pulse.
Yeah, so we have a heart monitor system. It's cool. We use it, pulse heart rate monitors. And it is a belt that you wear on your chest, comes with every membership. And there are 4 different colored zones which help us track basically where you are in your workout. So your warm-up zones are the blue and green zones. They're all right, okay, you're getting started. You can start with the jump rope, maybe round 2, you're a little green, that's awesome. But we really want you to hang out in the yellow zone. It's a gold zone, that's where your fat burning, your muscle tone happens. And that typically is between 81 and 90% of your max heart rate. So that's where we want you to spend the majority of your workout. You can spike up into our red zone, but we don't want you to hang out there. That's kind of like revving your car engine all the way up. If you do that, you're going to burn out the engine.
Yes.
Same is true for the heart. So the yellow is where we want you to hang out. The cool thing about it is it's not just based on calories. So, for example, if Joey and I were to work out, he's inherently going to be burning more calories than I am. He's a guy, he's bigger than I am. That's just the way it's going to happen. But the pulse points are the equalizer in between for everybody, because no matter who you are, you earn the same number of pulse points for each minute that you are in a certain zone. So you get 1 pulse point for the blue and the red zones, 2 for the green, and 3 for the yellow. So you get rewarded.
You get punished for going to the red zone.
Exactly, yes.
Good.
So you get rewarded for staying
like
in the yellow and punished for essentially not breathing, because it really comes down to how you breathe when you punch. And a lot of people, myself included, tend to hold their breath, especially when you start doing combos. Like anything more than 2 punches, your brain starts working, you're forgetting to breathe, and that's one of the reasons that the trainer is there. I mean, we say it all day, every day. Remember to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and you can actually watch people's heart rate come down on the screen. So if Joey and I are working out and I end up getting more pulse points than he does, I had the more effective workout because I was in the yellow zone for longer than he was. And you get a chart sent to you after your workout. It's really fun, and we can do challenges and stuff in the gym based on those pulse points. So when people come in, and we're actually going to be doing one in March and April, so a cumulative challenge. Every time you come in, your points are tracked and recorded, and at the end of those 2 months, the top 3 or 5 people who get the most pulse points will get some sort of prize. So yeah, it's a little low-key challenge, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's just a great tool for both the person working out and the trainer on either end of the spectrum. Both we can see as a trainer whether we need to kind of push you along, get you getting higher up, so we can call certain active rests that will get your heart rate up. Or on the flip side, if we see you spiking high, we can call certain active rests to bring you down. Or if you're in the middle of a round, it doesn't have to be an active rest. If we see you spiking, going up over 100% of your heart rate, we can bring you down. Like do a plank for 10-15 seconds. We'll bring the heart rate down. And it's also like a motivator for yourself as you're working out. You take a quick glance. And say, yeah, you can say like, I need to pick it up, or okay, let me just take 5-10 seconds. Because another good thing about 9 rounds is not being in a very large class. You're at your own zone. No one's really paying attention to you because they're trying to work on their own round, and it's go at your own pace. If you need to take 5 or 10 seconds a break, you take 5 or 10 seconds break. It's not a big deal because you're not falling behind the class or anything. You're right. We always say, especially to people coming through the first time, because this takes a little bit, get used to the bags, used to the bell. If you need to take a break, take a break. So I think it lends towards that as well.
Yeah, it's a good controlling factor for a lot of things.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I know a lot of individuals, when they go into classes, they're so intimidated. Like, everybody else is going to be better than me, or, I'm going to have to push harder and harder and harder.
Yeah.
And then you get the individuals that say, I just want to start easy, I want to go at my own pace, and they actually can.
Yeah.
So that's a huge plus.
But so kickboxing, when I used to do kickbox, I have to go bring my wraps, bring my headgear, bring my gloves, come all suited up and everything, and we don't really, that's not all required for you guys.
No.
So if someone wants to show up, what do we really have to bring with them? Like, anywhere from the martial artist, the big expert, to the first day exerciser, because obviously this workout's for everyone.
Yeah.
You don't really have to come accustomed or used to anything.
No, you don't. Whether you are a black belt or whether you've never thrown a punch before in your life, all you need to bring when you turn up for your first time workout is yourself in comfortable clothes that you can work out in, and athletic shoes. And we do the rest. We have demo gloves for your first time workout that you can use, and then when you sign up, we give you everything that you need in order to be a 9-rounder. We give you the supportive hand wraps, we give you your gloves, your heart rate monitor, so all the equipment that you need. You don't have to go out and buy it. We're sort of a one-stop shop for all of your stuff, 9-round. So yeah, when you come in, bring yourself. Short list.
Yeah. And we show you how to put on the hand wraps. She mentioned the hand wraps. Some people see like the hand wraps and like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do that?
6 foot long.
But we do it for 2 main reasons. One, to fill out the glove so your hand isn't sliding around in the glove, and that's kind of reason B. Reason A is protect your knuckles. So you put them on there, and through one workout, like when you come your first time workout, we usually don't wrap the hands the first time workout. You have big, thick, padded gloves on, so you're not hitting heavy bags barehanded. But when you do join and you love it, and you come 3 to 4 times a week, we do, over that course of time, we do want to protect the knuckles, so we have the hand wraps. And we show you the steps to put the hand wraps on. The first couple times, you're like, oh my goodness, this takes forever. But then after like a week, it's just becomes second nature. Yeah. There's just like a couple steps, and it takes you 20 seconds at the beginning of your workout, and you're ready to rock.
Yeah. Well, and I guess a sub point to those 2 points, they also, because your hands sweat, you're working hard, your hands sweat, they sort of act as socks and sneakers kind of thing. So if you've got bare hands in gloves, first of all, it's against our insurance. you got to wear the protective hand wraps. First of all, but so you forget them. Okay, that's fine. But if you are constantly barehanded in your gloves are going to smell something awful. So wearing those hand wraps, while they are protective and fill the space, they also act as kind of a sock for your glove.
And they're machine washable, so I like that.
So gloves aren't easy to wash.
No, wraps are.
Yeah.
Wraps are. You
Wraps,
can throw
yeah.
in the machine wash and then just hang them up somewhere to dry.
Yeah. So right in with the rest of your regular clothes. But as far as you had mentioned, you know, like headgear and body pads and things like that, we are a non-contact gym. So there is no person-to-person sparring within the gym. The closest that you get is during your freestyle round with a trainer. You work one-on-one with pad drills, whether it be some focus pads. We've got some longer Muay Thai pads and kick shield as well. So you will be kicking at the trainer. We prefer you not to actually kick the trainer, into the pad instead. Yeah, that's the closest we get to person-to-person sparring within a 9-round.
So you get to train like a champion, but you don't have to get hit.
Hey!
That's a huge perk.
Yeah.
You can start getting full of yourself and talking trash, and I'm good now. Yeah, never get hit.
We can speed up the pad drills if you start getting a little too cocky.
Yeah.
We can speed up the pad drills pretty good.
Yeah, we put some extra burpees in there. You know,
Yeah.
we have our ways. We have our
Just
ways.
kick the bag 10 times as hard as you can. Get gassed.
Yes,
There you go.
exactly.
Nice and simple.
And it's also, to say, we have the hand pads and then the heavy bags. You mentioned the heavy bags. Another benefit, because they are heavy bags, we have one called the wrecking ball, which is a big round heavy bag which you do uppercuts. We haven't mentioned, it's just a great stress relief. You know, you don't have to admit it, but you can put imaginary someone's face on the bags and get out some stress of the day. One of the huge reasons I like going after work, you know, you sometimes have a long day at work and you just get the stress out. I mean, it's mostly because I don't like getting up early. I'm not a morning person, but even if I was, I like going at the end of the day because it's a great stress relief. You can just kind of, have your phone in the cubby, you have a half hour and you can really wail on some bags, and if something is bugging you in your life, you can project it onto a 120-pound heavy bag and just go to town.
The bag will take the abuse. If it doesn't, then we're impressed.
The bag will take the abuse, yes. So it's a really good stress relief.
Yeah.
Love it.
So you guys make this really easy for everyone. I mean, people show up, you give them all their gloves. They don't have to come at any class time. You have little games and reward systems. It's kind of making it hard for people to come up with excuses. So, obviously, I mean, I like to work out a lot.
Yeah.
So for our listeners out there, or viewers in this case as well, yeah, no, the camera has been on. How can people get more information about you guys directly? I mean, we will have links, obviously, to help people get direct.
We forgot the word. We're going to have a crap ton of links.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, crap ton of links.
Yes.
Crap. That's the word. Okay. Ever since we've had the inception of the podcast, it's the one word we have
It's
thrown.
used
It's like the Superman of
religiously.
Seinfeld.
Every episode.
Yep.